like that.
Bingo!
Yeah, I can hear you now.
The man on a mission. Give it to God. BBQ.
Good morning, good morning. Beautiful morning down here in South Louisiana. Getting humid. Mosquitoes are coming out. Wow. What a weekend. What a weekend. Tim's full Belly Deli. What a story. Look, it's a great story. But it's a story that plays out in all of our lives at one point or another. And what's really cool about it, I was thinking as I was walking my dog this morning, Poopy, that it's really what Jesus is about. Jesus is about victory. Victory over sin and death, and freeing us from the bondage of sin and death. And that joy of victory, the joy of having Jesus in our heart is really what it's all about. And it's very cool. I mean, for me, it's just been a very cool thing. And that's why I talk about him so much. That's why I love talking about Jesus. And this weekend story of Tim and his family kind of really highlights pure joy. Pure joy. Well, get to the story. I met Tim in Westmont, just outside of Chicago, at the competition this weekend. Him and his family, and met Tim on Friday. We got there and set up doing a double cook Saturday and Sunday. Saturday's cook had about 43 people. Sunday's 72 or something like that. Anyways, get there Friday morning, get all set up, and like I normally do, I go start walking around, visiting with people and checking things out. And I'm walking by where he's set up, and Tim says something to me like, hey, good job on Pitmasters. And I stopped, and of course, being the ham that I am, I'm like, oh, hey, you saw me, huh? And so we sat and talked and just visited a little bit. And I'll tell you, from the very start, it was just a connection. Two big guys loving barbecue. And you know how it is. You just kind of connect with, with certain people. And boy, did we connect. And, he was telling me about, they watched the Pitmasters and they had a crowd. And when I put the cheese and the jalapeno, on that lamb, all the people in Wisconsin were going, hey, he put cheese on there. All those cheese heads. Oh, so anyways, sat around, visited with him, and, just kind of went back and forth a couple times. And I was just kind of drawn, I'd get out and walk around, and I'd end up spending some time down there, talking with him and his kids, and wife a little bit. Just cool thing. So anyways, comes competition time on Saturday, and Saturday morning, just like now, we get up and walk around, and he's out early in the morning, and just like me, he loves this time in the morning at a barbecue competition because it's quiet and it gives you a chance to just kind of think about things you don't normally think about, and just a really cool time. So anyways, we sat and visited for a little bit, and then we go through the cook and do the cook, and day one's competition, I got a call and sixth place chicken and a 10th place brisket, and Tim didn't get any calls, 0. But he finished. He was consistent right across the board, all 4 categories, 13, 14, 12, right in there. And he was really disappointed he didn't get any calls. And so afterwards I go up to him, and I said, look, man, you just need, you're right there. You just got to get on, right tables, and you're going to be on top of things. Doesn't matter. I mean, you don't get any calls, you're disappointed, So We go through. Oh, then Saturday night he has they're having a big potluck that he put together for his friends from Michigan and all over the Midwest, and he invites me to it. I said, look, I don't have anything I can bring, you know, and he said, you just bring the blessing. That'd be good enough. And so I blessed the meal before we got started, and man, I'll tell you what, we can cook down here in Louisiana, but those people in the Midwest, whoo, and they can cook too. And some great food, and had a great time. Just wonderful. By the way, well, this was actually then Sunday morning. I'll finish that. He same thing, early in the morning, get up and walking around, getting ready to cook, and getting ready for Cook's Church. And I had Cook's Church on Saturday, and Tim said he was talking to one of his friends, and he told her that he'd gone to my church service, and she couldn't believe it, you know. And you're kidding me? He said, no. I said, I kind of enjoyed it, you know. And she said, when was the last time you were in church? And he said, well, probably 25 years ago. Of course, I found out that Mark Rasmussen, the barbecue superstore, kind of gave him a little shove and said, get your butt to church, you know. So thanks, Mark. And so anyways, he comes to church on Sunday, church service, Cook's Church, 15-minute deal, and he brings his kids, and they came, and some of them anyways. And so we did the church service, you know, and do all that kind of stuff, and do our cook, get our cook going, and by the way, I'm making this video because I could have put these clips that I'm going to show you in my other video, but it wouldn't have done justice to it. I gotta give you the background on it. So, anyways, we're doing our cook. We're getting close to the end, and Tim was telling me, he says, man, the girls, Diane and Jacqueline, Liz, they made a dessert all on the smoker, chocolate brownie, peanut butter, fudge deal, and man, it's awesome. And now, and after the competition, I was cleaning up, and he brought a piece by, and I tried it, and I'm like, oh man, it's phenomenal. So, anyways, we get to the awards. Everything's cool. We get to the awards, and I'm going to set up where I'm going to sit. And I looked over at the side, and there they were, kind of on the grass to the side of the stage. And I thought, you know, I want to go be over there with them. So took my chair and went over and sat behind them, behind the whole team. And so I was sitting there, and they did dessert first, and they start doing dessert, and they're calling them down, you know, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and they still haven't called, you know, Tim's full Belly Deli, and so, and I don't normally do this, but guys like turn the camera on, and so they get to 2, and they still didn't announce them, and the winner had a perfect 180, so I turned the camera on, and here's what transpired.
178.85 points, Big JP Smoking Barbecue.
Come on, this is getting exciting. I want to get the reaction.
What was your dessert? Oh, they did the bread pudding. Second place.
This is video.
With 179.4, so there was only 6/10 of a point separated.
That was only a one.
Designated smoking area.
Oh, come on. 180.
Oh, cheesesteak. Yeah, I've never seen that. Very good. In first place, with a perfect score. And they get a special pin for that, right?
Oh, yeah!
All right. Tim Stolbelly.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Was that cool or what? And I'm telling you what, not only was it a phenomenal dessert, but the way they presented it was incredible. Those little pigs they had on there, and just the way they did the whole thing was perfect, and it deserved a perfect 180. So then we move on to the competition, and they start doing the calls, and chicken's up first, and you know, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and second place chicken Tim's Full Belly Deli. Wow! Crowd goes crazy. You know, we're going crazy. Ah, you got a number 2 chicken. Oh, that's very cool. So then we go back. Next category is ribs, and 10, 9, 8. Tim's Full Belly Deli gets another call. So we've got 2 calls. Woohoo! They're going crazy, you know. And that's phenomenal. He gets 2 calls, and everybody's excited. Pork comes along. No call. Brisket comes along. No call. But it was interesting because there was nobody that was really, you know, sometimes there's like one person that got all these calls and you're like, oh, they're grand champion. Man, there could have been a half a dozen or so people that were in the running with 2 calls to win grand champion overall. But, you know, it was anybody's game. So they get to the part to where they're going to announce a grand champion and, you know, the overall finish. And so they're 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and you know, Tim hadn't been called, and 5, 4, 3, and at about when they announced David as reserve grand champion, who by the way was also in Cook's church, God said, and I wasn't planning on it. God said, turn the camera on. Man, and so I did. You know, and honestly, I was thinking like, yeah, I don't know. You know, this really could be anybody's deal. And so I turned the camera on. Here it is.
And our grand champion for 2014, which gets a check, which gets a jug, and also gets a giant Beanie Baby that we've nicknamed Pork Chop. And automatic entry into next year's contest to defend their championship. Tim's Full Belly Deli.
Hey, don't have a heart attack.
We did it, guys. We did it.
I don't care what
Oh, that is so cool. Seriously. I know, isn't that cool?
Awesome.
Tim, shoot. This is also an automatic entry into the
American Road, baby!
Tim, Great America. American Royal.
That is so cool.
All right,
Thank you, Lord.
Cool. That is so
Mr.
cool.
Westmont Lion or Ms. Westmont Lion.
Man, that is so cool.
Give me those 2 things
so
right
cool.
there.
That is so cool. That is so cool. That is so cool. That is so cool. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Good job.
Good job.
What a day.
For the American Hall.
Grand champion. His first grand champion. How cool is that? How cool is that? Pure joy, baby. Pure joy. And what a cool experience to be a part of, you know. Sometimes I wonder why God has me doing what I do in barbecue, but it's hard to wonder after being around and seeing something like that happen. It was such a huge blessing for me to see that happen, and better than if I would have won, and I mean that, because it just meant so much to Tim and his family, and what a great guy and a great friend, and you know, that's an experience that we shared that can never be taken away, and better than trophies and money. And just another part of this growing barbecue family of extremely cool people. So, what a great deal. I just wanted to share that with you and get ready to do the next one. But Tim's Full Belly Deli, grand champion. Congratulations, my brother. God bless you. I love y'all. great family. Thanks for letting me be a part of it. God bless you.
Though my heart is broken, how I still love you. When you say you're sorry, that's when I'll come near to you. Oh, I'll wait forever. There've been times you've called me lonely late at night, but I never answer, 'cause I know it when you lie, still lie. I'll wait forever. I'll wait forever. It's really all that I can do. And I'll wait forever, forever loving you. There may come a day when you feel that you can't stand, and I'll be there to catch you, carry you across the sand. Oh, I'll wait forever, and I'll wait forever. It's really all that I can do.